Hey,
Yeah.
Jillian.
Hi. Hey, yeah, it's funny because I just can't wait till I get, back into a space where I have like some sense of normalcy because I keep trying different spaces around my house where to do these lives or these broadcasts, and I just feel like I haven't quite worked it out yet. I haven't worked it out for me. I haven't worked it out for the audience. And the person I really haven't worked it out for is my poor husband.
I fixed it for you. That's why you don't have to worry about where you are in the house.
What were you saying, Derek?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Derek?
So we'll work it out next week.
Yeah, we'll work it out next week.
Yeah, next week or the week after, or maybe the one after that. But hey, listen. So, guys, if you're following along, you know that we normally do our show live on Monday nights. And yesterday we decided to do it earlier in the day, and we screwed up the timing a little bit. So then we did a different live show last night, which was awesome. And if you haven't watched it, you should go back and watch it. But we didn't have a guest. Today, we interviewed the guest that we were supposed to interview yesterday. Totally our fault, not the guest's fault. But it was amazing. And so we wanted to come on now because we figured since we did it in the middle of the day, like early, like 9 o'clock Jillian's time, like noon my time, that a lot of people probably missed it. So we just wanted to check in and let you know that we did this amazing this amazing interview today. So Jillian, what would you say if you had to summarize the interview? Well, first of all, who did we interview and why did you think it was awesome? And then if you had to summarize it, what would it be?
I think if the right people watch this interview, it could potentially be life-changing. And I'm not just saying that, I truly, truly mean it. The person we interviewed was Reverend Mickey Gumbel. And the reason why I think, you might be inspired by this piece of hair is bothering me. Why you might be inspired by this interview is because of his own personal trajectory, how he basically went against everything that he was raised to believe, like from not just his faith, his career, how he should conduct himself, and how he basically made this major decision that changed everything. And just listening to him talk was a treat for me, and I think might be life-changing for some of the people who watch this program.
Yeah, and I agree with that. So I don't want to take anything away from Reverend Gumbel because he can speak for himself. But I'm going to tell you guys, this interview, I didn't know what to expect. Jillian has been talking about this man for as long as I've known her practically. As soon as I said to her that I wanted to do something called Last Life Ever, she's like, I know the perfect guest for the show. And it turns out he really is the perfect guest because he embodies like our underlying philosophy, which is that every person should be doing what they personally are called to do, that they should be doing what it is that they feel is their purpose in life. And that's what Last Life Ever is about. It's about recognizing that we only get to do this one time. It's our last life ever. We have to figure out how we can do everything that we need to do in this life. Right? And he talks about how he lives the most fulfilled life that he could ever imagine. He talks about how he changed careers and did something that was completely against what his family expected of him, and how great the rewards of making that big choice was. And I think this could be true for a lot of people. They feel trapped in their career, or they see their life going one way, but they feel like they should be doing something else. And that's why I think this could be life-changing for a lot of people. Setting aside even the religious part, I mean, because obviously this man's a pastor, he's got a very religious perspective, but the idea that you can just go out and make a positive change in your life just by deciding you want to do it, it's amazing, and it's a game-changing kind of event.
Forget him for a second and think about what are the things that he talked about. Prisoners. He told stories about prisoners. And how if there's hope for for people in prison, and he can reach people in prison with the word of God, obviously. But if people in prison can change their lives and move their lives in a direction that's different than the lives that they previously had, then any one of us can change our life. If you're thinking about a career change, or you're thinking about what volunteering more, or taking in a foster child, or adopting kids, or traveling, whatever it might be, maybe you shouldn't travel right now. I'm just saying, just saying. Wouldn't be a Last Life Ever live if we didn't.
Yeah, but I think your point's right. Any of those things, if a person in prison can change their life nearly instantly, then any of us can do that. And that's really what we strive to do, is we strive to help people to be able to make those kind of decisions in their life. It's something that Jillian and I think is really important. It's frankly stuff that Jillian and I are personally going through, or have gone through, right?
Yeah,
trying to make
absolutely.
decisions. I've changed careers a bunch of times. I've changed my whole lifestyle a couple of times. What I do, what I think is important, and I know Jillian's gone through some of that stuff too. So listen, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about the show. The show is already available in the group. We broadcast it live at noon, about 7 hours ago in the Eastern time zone, and 7 hours ago in both time zones. But it was noon in the Eastern time zone. But it's already in the group. Once we get off this live here, we'll go back and we'll tag the post for it, and we'll also make it an announcement so that it's at the top of the group, so you can just go to announcements and find it. And then the other thing we're going to do is, in just like maybe 5 minutes, we're going to start a watch party, and you guys can all watch the episode together. Hopefully you'll be able to interact a little bit and kind of comment amongst yourselves.
Yeah, and I think that's important. Like, watch it whenever you can. If you can't watch it, live now, whatever, at this point in time. But if you can watch it now, if you have a moment, if you can just put it on in the background, I strongly recommend you watch this with other people, because I don't know, it was just awesome. And I remember thinking while it was going on, man, I just wish we were doing this at our regular time, because
which would have been midnight for him, in fairness, right? So that would have been really would have been a big ask for him.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's like midnight right now for him. So, but yeah, listen. So he's in England. That's why we did the different time. And yeah, watch it with people. Invite your kids, your family members, your friends, whoever happens to be around you, to watch it with you. You don't have to watch it right now, but yeah, schedule a time. Watch this episode. I actually left my house, went over to the bank and was talking to my banker, and the whole time I ended up talking about this episode and telling them all about it. I finally said, listen, I'm just going to leave, and you can just play it on your phone right now, and then we can talk about it tomorrow. And he was like, what did you come into the bank for? And I'm like, oh, I'll deal with that later. So yeah, I mean, look, it really was fantastic. I didn't know what to expect. It went really well. It's about 45 minutes, so block off that time. Go watch it, or watch it in chunks. It doesn't matter, but watch it. I really think it's the best show that we've done all day.
And, and I'll tell you this.
I don't want to disparage our other shows, because they're all great.
No, but listen, I don't want to oversell this, but I told 2 really good jokes in that interview.
2?
Yes, 2. The first one was the actual joke that I told. And then second joke was when I asked him about the higher calling. I don't know if you remember that one.
Oh yeah. I do remember that. I mean, neither of them were as good as my very classic joke, which is the only one that anyone will actually remember afterwards. Because the trick to having a memorable joke is it has to be simple and to the point. So
I don't remember it. So that's
you will. And in fact, here's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to leave a little a cliffhanger for you. I'm going to start my joke, and then the only way you're going to find out is to start watching the video, because it's right at the beginning of the video, so that will get you into it. So my joke was, what time of day was Adam created?
Oh yeah.
What time of day was Adam created? That was the joke. So anyway, if you want to know the answer to that amazing joke, you just have to watch the show, and you should do it right now.
Bye everyone.
Bye.